mean, the outside of the structure is like 80% complete, yet I haven't even put these braces on it yet. So trust me, I've been there where it's just, yeah, really easy to procrastinate and hard to just, you know, keep moving forward, but happens to everybody, and you just gotta shake it off and get after it. Okay, I have this flashing here. I had made a mistake with it. It got all bent up. There's a couple holes in it, but that's okay because I'm gonna use the flashing to end my cedar siding. So a little bit of the cedar siding, well, quite a bit of it is gonna come over the flashing, and that will again just help if the cedar siding gets wet on the bottom here. This steel will also help that from not rotting. It'll allow it to dry up in behind it. It will also protect the wood. It could be overkill, but I've seen people typically do this at the bottom of their cedar siding. Again, I'm just trying to use this galvanized roll up because it got all messed up. Doesn't matter that it's bent out. I'm gonna bend it. Oh, this is really messy actually. All right, guys, it's finally happening. Honestly, I'm a little embarrassed that this structure technically hasn't actually been bolted or mounted to the concrete pile foundations that I built or poured. Reason is I couldn't find the right brackets, and you know, originally it would have been great to pour the concrete and then place these brackets in. But being it was by myself and I hadn't really done anything like this before, it was intimidating to try and, you know, pour them all and put these brackets in without knowing if they were gonna be square or not. Obviously now I've talked to enough people, and, you know, I've learned a lot more about how I could have possibly done that instead of waiting till now to do it. But anyhow, I got these great brackets. It took me a while to find them. They got 1/2-inch holes, and I've got these 1/2-inch wedge bolts, I guess they're called. These things get, you know, put into the holes that I'll drill and then the idea is as you tighten it, this will flex out these little teeth type of thing, which will make it extremely strong and it won't go anywhere. I've had a couple comments from my faithful viewers and I appreciate it. I knew I always would have to do this, but it's so easy to procrastinate, isn't it? Hopefully my hammer drill setting will be enough on this drill. We'll find out. I'm putting this drill through its paces. That's okay though, right? Well, it's working. Just gonna take a while. Imagine if I had done this from the very start. Oh. Get a hammer. It's easy to be intimidated by something you've never done before. And I don't know about you, but sometimes I find myself, you're just looking at tons of videos. It seems as though everyone does something a different way. Obviously, there's always a better way to do it. I do believe that there's multiple right ways of doing it. I find that it's really easy to just like drag your feet. You look at a project that's either half done, and the steps to get that project or that thing completed could really happen in a day, but it's so easy to just look at it and be intimidated and procrastinate. And yeah, I mean, sometimes you just gotta start doing it and work your way through that frustration. I mean, the outside of the structure is like 80% complete, yet I haven't even put these braces on it yet. So trust me, I've been there where it's just, really easy to procrastinate and hard to just, keep moving forward, but happens to everybody, and you just gotta shake it off and get after it. Anyhow, that's not my pro tip for the day, but that's my encouragement for you today. If you have something that's just staring at you in the face, whether it's a kitchen remodel or this coffee table build you really want to try and make, just do it. Get after it and do it, because the only thing stopping you is you. So get off Instagram, stop comparing yourself to everybody, and just do what you can do, because trust me, you're not gonna get any better at it by not doing it. The only way to get better at it is by trying and just figuring it out. Because when this is done, if I was just to take a picture of this on Instagram and put it up, and for people who hadn't seen any of these videos and how I've done this or built this, would probably look at these photos and be like, oh my gosh, that thing is perfect, It looks so cool, and it's gonna look awesome. That was the whole point. But there were a lot of mistakes that got it to that point, and just because you don't see a mistake, I see a mistake. And sometimes you have to learn to just not look at the mistakes and see it for what everyone else is gonna see it, and it's just incredible. I'll probably end up getting some 1/2-inch lag bolts and just tossing those bad boys right in there. All right, yeah, we're just gonna keep getting everything ready to put cedar siding up. So, just going through the checklist now, folks. So, I'm kind of bouncing around, it's just what I do, but I realized that, this wall is basically ready to get cedar siding. So I'm kind of doing one wall at a time. It's just helping me stay on target. So what we're gonna do is, we're gonna caulk the outside of the framing of these windows and my little seams. That way, because they are gonna get painted, so that way they're gonna be ready for paint, as soon as tomorrow. But like I said, I just wanna make sure I'm doing one wall at a time. And because I don't wanna paint above or around the cedar shakes or the cedar siding, because I don't wanna create more work for myself. So I'm just gonna quickly put some of this OSI Quad Max. The only reason I'm using this is because RR Buildings uses it, and Kyle's the man. Greg is the man too. This wall is pretty much ready to go too. I started filling the nail holes or the screw holes with this stuff. I think that's a bad idea. Maybe it's not a bad idea, but it seems like it's kind of messy, so I might have to revisit that. Success, but also failure. I gotta go wash my hands for an hour now.